Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. We'll be getting going in just a minute here.
I can get us started.
Alrighty, with that being said, welcome to episode 27 of the Disorder of the First Dawn. The one. We left off finishing the challenges for the library. DM, I'll hand it over.
Yeah, before we get started, I do want to do a recap. I don't want to recap just last week's session, though. I want to do a deep dive kind of into the overall campaign and the reasons or things that led up to the library and what you're actually looking for. So, with that, who would like to take the lead?
So, overall for the campaign, we started off way back in. And I'm not taking the lead, but I'm just trying to get us started here. We started off in Mineria, I believe, was where we started originally, way back at the beginning.
Nope.
Verbillion.
Yep.
Remember King Craig.
King Craig, that is correct.
Yeah, you guys started off in the city of Big Nilsson in the country of Verbillion, ruled by King Craig.
And we were set up because there was a cult that's killing off the gods or making them disappear. And so we're investigating this cult. And we've since found out they worship the one or the oldest god. And we heard stories about this place called the Hidden City.
Something along those lines.
City of Rumors.
Thank you. The City of Rumors. We've seen a couple children's stories. And we heard rumors about a secret library which could give us more information. And we felt like the secret library would give us information we needed about the cult, possibly, but also about getting into that city because we think that's where the city is like pulling people or something because there have been some teleportation that's happened. So kind of we're going into the library to get information about the cult, but also specifically the City of Rumors.
Anybody want to add anything or
Yeah, I can add in some more detail. With those teleportations, what we noticed is there was somebody powerful was drawing from another plane to teleport people. We haven't been able to come into direct contact with any of the cult members who can teleport or have been teleported. But if I remember correctly, we were able to trace a name to a person who was in the Hidden City. We know the name of one of the, we're guessing, senior people within the cult. Somebody powerful enough to cast massive teleportation spells, at least. And that is, I believe, one of the people that we are pursuing knowledge about. The Hidden City.
Baines?
Baines.
Yeah, you believe Baines to be a high-up member of the cult, and you believe that he is hiding in the City of Rumors. He was behind assassination attempts on you guys, and you also, he also killed one of the mage who escaped from you guys at the dock. who also appeared to have gone to the City of Rumors, you believe.
And they have these orbs that they use to communicate, but it's sort of like a two-way street. We gave one to Urza. Yeah.
Yep. And shortly after Urza took possession of it, all hell broke loose, and he went into hiding.
A little bit on the side, outside of the main story, just because Jeff isn't here, I'd like to mention it for him. There was some shenanigans with the trade smuggling kind of company being set up in the background of these escapades.
Yeah, we have. I think it started out as we taken a pirate ship at a little hidden docking area. Figured we might as well use it to make money off of the corpses we create. But
I was gonna
it ended up combining into Jeff's existing black market connections. So now we have a loose. I'd have to talk to Jeff more about it, but we have sort of a loose. I won't say exactly criminal. Depending on your politics, it is criminal. Because we do have some not quite direct state sponsorship, but some state connections with a couple of different governments. Yeah, that could be an actual influential factor later on in the campaign, having control or access to a large smuggling network.
It could definitely be helpful, that is for sure.
And we believe that one of the goddess in Kiku, is being controlled by like an amulet or something. Was that like a spider on it, a brooch?
By the advisor, I believe, was who we suspected.
And there was, it was causing some problems within the country because she was raising taxes, and it was giving the cult larger influence.
The little bubble of social elitism that ignored the needs of the rest of the country,
Yes.
creating that vacuum that the cult could fill.
Yes. I think that's enough to have to mind, so I guess moving forward today, just keep all that stuff in mind. With that, though, while you guys are all still really standing in the library, or at the entrance of it, talking to the librarian, in your minds, you find yourself in a deep, dark basement in a pretty terrible situation in the middle of combat. And in that combat, it is a Flame Skull's turn.
Allow me to grab the right characters for this.
No, I'd forgotten we were in the middle of a kind of desperate fight. Kind of fraught fight, not desperate.
This is Jeff's challenge, the final challenge of the challenges, which I hope you guys all did enjoy. I know we had a lot of connection issues and stuff like that, but yeah, I hope they've been fun so far.
Definitely been a fun time. Oh, that is right. Doubt was not here for their character's death.
Y'all killed my baby.
Oh, Kami's still dead.
Flame Skull cast fire.
You have one save, one fail. Oh, great. Fireball. Yay, fireball. No, Kami didn't get hit by fireball.
We need to give you dexterity saving throws.
I am going to cast it. I just am still terrible at casting spells.
Yep.
You all succeeded.
And Doubt and I also get resistance to damage.
It looks like it applied.
I
No, it
believe
didn't.
I put it onto our characters before we started, or last session. I apologize.
Well, you guys all survived it. Now, you're out. You are very wounded. Flame Skull 1 stands in front of you. Well, floats in front of you.
You have plenty of spells.
Shape water. It's on fire, correct?
Yeah, it is flame.
You don't have that spell.
No, I
Wrong
don't.
character.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong character. My goodness, I'm dumb.
Move Akami out of the way. Let's put Doubt up front.
Yes, you guys are all having an out-of-body experience currently.
Yeah, I'm seeing way too much information from my admin experience.
Let's see.
Then mage armor.
It will do. It'll improve your AC. If you want to use it.
Will it be useful in this instance?
Not really, because I mean, maybe with this guy, but not
We have to
immediately.
kill him now, so
You have good old spell out here. You have mind thrust is what I would recommend.
alright, Doubt's gonna start casting. I'm gonna do Mind Thrust on Flame Skull 1. Right? That's not what I wanted to do.
Yes, you actually can cast it on 1 and 3.
Do that then.
Alrighty.
They both succeeded.
Well, they'll take half damage, and you killed one of them, and drop the other to critical. That was with half damage. Rolled well.
That was weird. That sounded like me. Thanks, though.
Share the stream.
Anything else, though?
That's gonna be old. Wait, can I cast one more thing or am I
No, you're good.
No, I'm done. Yep.
No, you only. Rennick, you somehow have survived through this Lod's attacks.
Yeah.
What do you wish to do?
See, I believe Rennick already burned his action surge. That's the wrong character sheet. That's Rennick. Rennick is probably going to stab with his sword or slash. Just a moment. Come on.
That's a hit. That hurt.
Cool. We'll do it again.
Hit.
Yeah.
Good hit.
Nicely done. Rennick's just wailing on this thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and run away. I know he gets an opportunity attack. I'm not gonna
Yep.
take Oh wait, no, I can. I can burn a key point because I'm a monk, or disengage as a bonus action.
Ooh, well played.
It has been a moment since I touched Rennick. Thankfully, I have played monks. So yeah, disengage, which in Rennick's style just looks like he's flicking off and
Okami,
running away. He's flicking
would
off
you like
the
to
death
take a
slot and
look
running
at your
away.
character sheet?
The Death Slot attempts to attack you, but misses entirely.
You do have to do a saving throw. I'll do it for you.
Jeff yells, "Follow Rennick!
There we
Get
go.
away!" There's a pitfall trap right there. It was already open, you could see it.
Okay. Next to the pitfall trap? The idea was to get the slot to run away so I can start shooting with arrows rather than risk the 11 health points I have left.
Yep. That's it? Well,
Yep,
that was a
that's
lot,
it.
but... Okami, you're still dead.
Give you a roll right now.
No, Okami's just dead.
You
Nice
are
roll.
dead, apparently. On your character sheet, you had 1 save and 1 failed marked.
Oh. Well then, yeah, Okami, you are unconscious but have 1 life.
Okami just rolled you a critical success and got you back to 1. Stabilized. Unconscious, but
Death
stabilized.
Slot trembles into the room. And draws his sword.
No. Spirit Guardian would be really good, but you have to
Huh?
like... Apologies, we're brainstorming our turns over here. Didn't mean to hit push to talk.
As his sword is drawn, he looks at you and his eyes turn an eerie yellow. And with that, a yellow nauseous cloud begins to form in the room.
Who farted?
Give me a sec. Doubt, you succeeded. Leo, you failed. The Flame Skulls failed, and Jeff succeeded.
A lot of damage happens.
Leo lost concentration.
Ouch.
Doubt, you're dying.
You're dying. No, dying. You're gonna
And it is somehow Flame Skull 3's
You're talking to the group, but then you're just saying that.
at the top of the round.
And that they're pushed to talk. They're good, I'm just saying if you want them to hear you and play your character. At least we're down to 1 Flame Skull and 1 Death Slot. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than what we did last time. This, to be fair, this is Jeff's trial.
Yes. Flame Skull tries to shoot Jeff with its eye rays. and misses. Both of his shots missing, Jeff. Leo. Doubt just fell to the ground in front of you.
Very fun. Well, hope you don't die in this next turn. Let's see how this flame skull acts a little wackety sack. A little yakety yak.
You are at advantage. You can see its skull is already chipped and cracking. That's a hit.
Gonna go ahead and drop a little bit of a divine smite right there on top. You just gotta be sure.
You may RP your kill.
I mean,
Very
what else?
overkill.
What else to say? Leo rears back with his hammer. You see a holy, bloodthirsty aura envelop his hammer, and the flaming sphere gets disintegrated in its wake.
Oh, give me a sec. I think you have to make a save for being in the cloud.
You missed your trigger? Sorry. What's the save?
Constitution saving throw.
I'm not historically bad at that at all.
Let's see it.
Oh my god! I have to re-roll into the tray because it didn't accept the roll. But you can go back and look at the stream, and I rolled a 20. I didn't roll a 20 this
You
time.
rolled a 3 this time.
Yeah, see, go back, look at the stream, I'll feel vindicated, but that's rough.
You failed.
Yeah, I thought so. Still alive, bitch. Flame skull.
Theo's still fighting.
And then I'm gonna
Anything
finish
else,
my...
Theo?
Yes, yes. I'm gonna finish my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, and step up to the death slot. And go ahead and give it a little yakety sack. A little yakety yak, if you will.
Fair. That's a hit.
Oh, gonna go ahead and drop a level 3 Divine Smite on top of that.
Fair. Can you do Divine Smite more than once in a turn?
When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack. The only trigger is starting a second level when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, yada yada yada. You can expend a spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target, in addition to the weapon's damage.
Nice. Alright. Are you gonna do that damage? All I saw was a D8.
Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure it's gonna apply correctly. It should be 4d8 that rolls. I just want to make sure, or 5d8, 1 for my hammer and 4 for the divine smite. I just want to make sure it does it correctly.
Well, you already did the one for the hammer.
I forgot to apply it to myself. That's embarrassing.
Hold on. You've rolled it twice now, so you've done an additional 12.
Wait, when did it roll the damage the first time?
At the whole beginning of this conversation?
Oh shit, I misclicked it and didn't even realize it, my bad.
Okay.
It should
So
be
apply it to
4D.
yourself and do it right this time.
Oh, that's not right. Alright. I have to roll the weapon damage again to trigger it, but
Okay.
yeah, for some reason that triggered that as a level 3 Divine Smite. I need to figure out that. I'll do that later. I'll just put it as a level 2.
The cloud disappears with the as the blow hits.
Hey, very nice. I will go ahead and end my turn there.
Kami, you cough and sputter just in time to see the cloud disappear. You're lying prone on the floor. You have 1 health, but you are alive.
Alright, Okami looks up and casts. Looks up. Let's see. I have to draw a circle. 1 second. Is it a half movement speed to move forward prone?
Yeah, it's double movement speed.
Alright, that's good. Kami's gonna crawl forward weakly and cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Apologies, doing the tracking on the background. There's the spell. You're gonna designate Theo as unaffected by the spell, correct? Yes, okay. Number of creatures within sight won't be affected. Doubt, Jeff, Leo.
Okay.
An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, sorry, 1 second. Takes 3d8 radiant damage or 3d8 necrotic damage, depending on Okami's alignment.
Okay.
So it'll be radiant. On success, it takes half damage.
And do your roll. It failed. it looks like it's starting to get a little scuffed up.
Okami's
Anything
gonna
else?
and then Okami's gonna play dead on the floor while maintaining concentration.
Jeff screams, "Everyone, please get away! This is not your fight!" And charges the slot. Jeff's voice is very different today.
Got a pixie in your throat?
Apologize. Yeah, I forgot it was Jeff.
I was about to say something.
Alright, Jeff is first gonna move. Wait.
Hey, Doubt, don't fail your death saving throw.
30. Alright, that should make sure that we have,
As long as
Wait,
you
are we
don't
doing,
take...
advantage on, flanking if, we're just catty corner, or does that
As
have to
long
be
as
directly
you don't
across?
take any, like, splash damage, and, like, crit fail or saving throw, you should survive the round.
Catty corner only works if it's a larger creature.
Death slots aren't large, they're medium sized.
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
Let me know if you have
Consequences.
any questions.
Okay. Alright, Jeff. Damn, he's got a lot of toys. I feel like a warhammer to the back of the head is the most appropriate course of action in the current circumstances. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't see it marked, but do you remember if Jeff used Action Surge last session?
I believe he did.
Okay. He's got 2 of them though.
Nice. He does have an extra attack too, right?
Yeah, he does. He does. I was just making sure I.
That's a miss.
Okay. We'll burn the second Action Surge. We're going hard. It's like the most oomph thing in the arsenal. So yeah, 2 more Warhammers to the back of the head. There we go.
That's a hit.
Put in
We're
some
just-
work.
We're
Good.
just ganging up on this thing.
Oh yeah.
That's fair.
Now we've gotten rid of the flame skulls.
One more attack, right?
Yeah, this is the last.
That's a hit.
Ah, shit. Sorry, this little laptop is killing me. It's having trouble recognizing when it's actually grabbing something or not.
Well, it was a productive turn. The slot is starting to look more beat up.
Yeah.
Anything
Absolutely.
else? It's Rennick's turn.
Nah. Got no more action economy. Rennick is going to, oof, tempting. We're gonna go ahead and run up, and as Rennick is running, he's going to, knock and loose an arrow from his longbow. Shit. Never run and shoot people. Don't do it. It's not safe.
You automatically
Always
miss your next attack. Anything else for your turn? Wow.
Rennick will go ahead and box in Deathslot in shame that he missed his attacks. Even though
Okay.
it cost him his life again.
Nobody is listening to what Jeff asked for. Deathslot needs to make a save for Okami, right?
Yes.
Oh, at the beginning of his turn, you see some of the wounds that he takes healing just a little bit and his skin regenerating. And as he turns to face the spirit, or the spirits. Failed again. Yeah, you see all the health that it took back going away, and it looks even worse than it did before. And it looks pissed off. What was that for? And the Slod turns to attack, Jeff, because he hit him last.
Jeff braces.
First one is...
Yeah,
Because
he-
Leo is within 5 feet of the hit, he is going to use his reaction to use his ability Interception. When a creature you can see hits a target other than you within 5 feet of you with an attack, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus my proficiency bonus.
Do you apply that to Jeff?
Yeah. It's not a. I don't have a thing for it. It's fighting style bonus. So that D10 was that plus my proficiency, which is
So he
4.
takes 13 damage.
That
Minus
reduces by
10?
14.
I'll take the
completely
damage
blocked
off.
the attack.
Okay, can you take the damage off of him? Oh, yeah, you... Oh, no, Nate... Oh, sorry. So
Yeah.
many people to control in my head. Can you do...
We're getting a little bit of an echo, I think.
Yeah, you
The
just
Death
cut out.
Slot... The Death Slot raises his sword and goes to attack Jeff, seeing that his bite did nothing to... He strikes down, landing 2 vicious blows.
Yeah. Better days. And worse. Not that much worse, though.
As the second blow, the sword crushes down into his shoulder. A blinding light goes over everybody, and you appear back in the library.
I'm sorry, Jeff. You died in my hands.
Jack being reborn from an old life.
Hey!
Hey, Jeff!
That's fucking
We
amazing
survived
timing.
this time.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
We just finished the basement. I don't know if you're gonna enjoy the ending or
I was watching the Twitch stream. I was waiting since you were
Oh.
like, on through it. I thought you waited until you said that, and then I was like, boom.
So, what's your take?
Jeff, Eric's gonna pop out and say, "Thank you, wise creatures. You've shown me what I lack." I appreciate the lessons. can we move forward?
This time you stood your ground, even though you knew it would not end well. Know that there was nothing you could do, and you surviving means there is still hope for this world. You are the one link to the original party. You carry the most important knowledge. Here at the library, we value knowledge above all things. With that, all of you have earned.
Like, show himself back inside Jeff, and then Jeff's gonna bow.
I think we just got a level up.
With that, all of you have gained entry into the library. Please come inside and we will discuss some of our rules.
I'm gonna bow and say thank you. You've taught me a lot this day. As Red Coyote.
Once you guys enter the library, you see the creature that appeared before you in the town. He is kneeling before the librarian, and you see Aragorn. This is an adventurer from a different plane of existence. His name is Aragorn. We ask that he shadow your party on occasion, perhaps help you in times of need. We just wanted to introduce you. So,
It's nice to meet you.
in our library, there are many rooms. You may choose whichever room you wish to make yours. They are magical. When you enter them, whatever your focus is on, the books pertaining to that subject most pertinently will appear to you. Because of this great power, you are only granted one subject to explore per person. I'm sure Urza mentioned to you some of the limitations, but he could not search other things. This is why.
So it sounds like we should discuss what we want to search and divide up the work.
Make a plan. See who
Sounds like a
wants to
sound
look
plan.
into what. DM, I don't have a token.
Oh, I'm sorry, Theo.
Also, we are all hit level 10. That's a big milestone. Ooh. Are you
We're level 10?
are you all going you're going druid still? I'll level you all up.
Yeah, when did I...
I'll take it. But my character sheet says 9, and so does Jeff's.
I'm gonna be honest though, you guys are leveling up right now. I didn't say it yet. I don't know where that came from, but he is correct. Upon entering the library and completing your challenges, you level up. Surprise! Kind of. Theo. What the fuck?
He had a premonition.
You started to say it. No, I'm not crazy. I swear to God, if you go back, you started to say it. And with that, you all get it, and then you cut off. And I was like, no, he was saying we were leveled up right there. I swear to God.
No, he was saying you all get into the library.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
So, this is the reason that I asked you guys all to think back throughout the campaign through this, because you only can search one subject, and there are several reasons why you guys came to the library.
Ooh.
Yeah, ah, shoot, there was...
How many countries
Okami's
are
notes
there?
would be really useful.
Well, I know one thing we talked about potentially was that it might be associated with Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi's dad?
Yeah, because our dad disappeared a long time ago.
Yes.
Also, obviously, the City of Rumors.
I'm writing these down.
Oh.
Oh yeah, why are they doing the? What was it? They were collecting the metal for. We were trying to figure out the cult's actions.
Well,
Seeing as we're
when we
in-
say one topic, like, could we say just the cult, and then
I
get access to anything with regarding the cult?
Do you know
Or-
what you get at level 10?
Do we have to be careful how we phrase our requests?
Elemental wild shape. You can
The
become
vaguer
a
the
wind,
request,
an
the
air
vaguer
elemental,
the
earth
response for
elemental,
the room.
fire, or water.
I have an
And it
idea.
takes
Keep in mind, our library contains knowledge that has been written down and acquired throughout the years by agents of our library.
Okay, so guys, if
wait. Have we agreed who's looking up what, so we don't fuck this up?
well,
Also,
I
you
have-
should
I have-
know you should not worry about speaking any language. Any text that appears before you will be readable to your eyes.
I'm just telling you guys, I have an idea. I'm not saying this is what I want to do.
Dude, Okami's so post-sad right now.
Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this is an astral library with obviously powerful beings. They probably have more than just written knowledge, and more knowledge than we could even comprehend. What if we ask them something about the creation of the world?
Okay, but like, how does that help us in our what we're trying to achieve?
How many of us are there? Like
Was
all
it 5?
characters, including
Oh, and Aragon counts are 6?
6. Okay, so that gives us 6 topics that we can pull from. I am totally in favor of entertaining Jeff's suggestion, because that could open up some other doors. But
May I
think we-
interject?
Yeah.
The librarian looks over your shoulder, kind of like he's been listening, but, you know. You do not all have to go at once.
That is
Yeah,
why.
we're trying to.
I think it's worth looking into that brooch thing that's on the one goddess, because if we can at least thwart that plan, it would slow down their influence. But I do understand that it's very valuable to look into what happened to that one god in Kiku.
The brooch, I feel, is almost too specific because we
Look
don't
at
have
the
the details
shade.
on it. We don't have it, so we don't know, like, if it's even cursed, or we expect that it's cursed.
It's
but
running.
what is the curse necessarily going to tell us?
Yeah.
I guess we can say that for one of our later ones. So because we need to know about the City of Rumors, like how to get in, ideally. Right, so City of Rumors, knowing what the cult's whole snick is. And then those are the 2 major ones, right? And then after that, we can fine tune it if we need more research on something.
I think once we sort of dedicate our individual topics, we can ask as many questions as we can. I don't. Or was it just one question?
You only get
One
one
topic.
subject.
One topic.
Well, but I think what the angel was saying is that if we send 2 people in, for example, and they go in for the City of Rumors and the cult, and then they come out and we discuss, and we're like, we need to know more information about blank, then we can
Oh.
use one of those people to get more information on that specific topic area. Does that make sense?
True, so pursue each thing one at a time and then see what other questions we think are pertinent after that.
Yeah.
I'm game. What do you? I think the two big ones would be City of Rumors and the Cult. For the first question, I think those are pretty big, broad ones. The City of Rumors, that's gonna be a huge topic.
But that's two straight up. So that's two of our options gone already.
Okay, so but we can use those two, see what information we get, and then
Well, that's
build our
not-
next set of questions off that, right?
Actually,
Well,
hold on.
send two people in to do two at once defeats the entire purpose of doing that.
We just send one person,
Yeah, one at a
and
time.
they can come out and talk to us. And if we're like, "Hey, you should go ask them this and this and this too," they can go back in and do that. One question I suggest we do the cult first, because I feel like if the cult does have some sort of connection or presence within the City of Rumors, we're gonna learn a little bit about the City of Rumors when we learn about the cult.
And I think if we can take care of our mission goal on the first question, that really opens up our freedom on what we can ask next.
What is our overall goal besides just getting rid of the cult? If we
Well,
feel
we're
like
trying to defeat the cult, right? But we don't know anything about the cult. So who wants to go in to their room and ask about the cult? Research the cult.
Jeff, having his knowledge of like black market tradings and whatnot, will do it.
I was gonna say, Jeff is the one who's been in this investigation the longest.
Okay. So, the librarian's assistant guides you to a room, handing you off to a smaller diva to guide you more comfortably than sitting next to a giant man with wings who's bald and blue.
Does he have a big blue swinging dick?
He's wearing a robe. You'd have to find out. Maybe take him to dinner first. So he leads Jeff to a small room and opens the door and points him in.
Welcome to Chat X Sleepy Spirit.
Jeff, what are you specifically thinking about when you're thinking about this cult?
How are you doing, Brian?
How they've risen to power so easily and so quickly, and preferably what their deity is. If I already because I know that some of their symbols already, so if I can connect some of those symbols with what with a certain deity or something in the knowledge about them.
Okay. As the door closes and you turn around to face the desk, you see before you what almost looks like a fish tank. It's a large tank and there's gloves leading into it. Inside of it, you see what appears to be a very old book suspended in liquid.
Okay. Is it just supposed to be like a symbol? Like the book suspended in liquid is a symbol, or I can read the book?
No, like it's an actual book. There's gloves going into the tank.
Okay. No, I just didn't think, or I thought maybe like the tank itself was like the book, and it's just showing me what I needed to see.
Oh, I
I
got
was thinking, so I was asking. Then yeah,
So-
I will attempt to read the book.
As you approach it, you see that the liquid smells of seawater. You recognize it very well.
Alright.
And you stick your hands into the gloves and you open up the book. As you open up the book, you feel like you're sucked into a vision.
Okay.
You see a world that looks similar to yours, except for all of the continent of Viumbe is gone. It is only great waters. The only thing remaining is Manu Tele. And as you're looking over this great empty space of waters, your view begins to zoom straight in under the waters. And underneath you see that it is flourishing with life. There are merfolk armies and great creatures, leviathans and krakens and other great monsters roaming freely. At the center of it, as it keeps teleporting you to, you see a great powerful titan.
Okay.
And instantly, you know this to be Kotahi, or the One. He is the
Okay.
father of all gods. And you begin to understand that this is Viumbe, before the landmass existed. You see a history unfold before you of Kotahi subjugating everybody before him, tearing apart civilization, using merfolk armies to control everyone. His generals were his children. You see that they don't look like the gods you know today, but they are. They're the same beings in a different form, far larger and scarier than you've ever seen.
Do I recognize, like, Urza's presence at least? Do I know that it's him?
Urza is not there. The twins
Okay.
are not there. They are not of the original gods. It only appears to be the original.
Okay, cool.
So, you see that the original gods, or the gods that you know, united against their father. They created weapons of great magical power, and they fought against him in wars, fighting the great creatures of the deep, until eventually they wounded him severely. And in his mortal throes, they suspended him, each one of them giving up a piece of themselves, greatly weakening their magical powers and abilities. But in doing so, it sealed him up, creating a great tomb. This giant tomb became the base for what became Viumbe, building year after year upon it until the landmass existed, and taking the life that existed only on Manu Tile and allowing it to grow and prosper and evolve to what became the world as you know it today. In the years, the gods, they squabbled, they fought, and thinking themselves safe, they didn't worry anymore about their father, thinking him forever suspended in his state. And with that, you are teleported back into the room in the library,
Okay.
as if you had never moved.
Okay. Then obviously I will relay this information to the group and tell them, like, yeah, this is like a Call of Cthulhu situation.
Well, one silver lining. We now have something that will motivate the gods to cut through all their bullshit and actually do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, King Craig is going to get off his ass real fast.
So that is the ancient history of Kotahi and the creation of Viumbe. The gods had only ever shared with you guys the beginning of it after Viumbe came out of the water, but never the origin of that or that they had ever been ruled over.
That makes total sense why the sea creatures were attacking the last party.
Yes, it does.
I kind of just cheered a little bit to myself.
So far, this library.
I mean, technically, we just got the answer to my question too.
I know, we just got a lot of stuff answered.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot of information to process.
Tahatan turns to one of the staff of the library and, asks,
Oh, I'm sorry. At this point, the librarian has gone off to do his work. And they have left a diva to watch you guys.
Kind of
Oh,
feels like
totally.
the next step is to figure out what their connection to the City of Rumors is, and how to get into City of Rumors, and kind of about the City of Rumors, like how was it created and all that.
Yes, and remember, one of the ways that we can get into the City of Rumors is with a very valuable secret. This would be a great place to learn a secret.
That is true. Yeah, that's the thing, how we need powerful secrets. Because the more powerful, the longer we can stay, right? Do you remember in the story or the rumor? I don't remember who told us, but they were like, the better the secret, the longer you can stay in the City of Rumors. So that's something else we need to acquire before we leave, like secrets.
The assistant there looks at you. Have you guys figured out who will go next?
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Oh yeah, no. What is our next question gonna be, really?
I think we have to figure out about the City of Rumors, like I said, what the connection is and all that.
Perhaps you guys would like to wait in one of our rooms. We have tea and snacks while you think.
Yes. Perhaps a nice tree.
Do you have any ginger tea?
Sorry, we do not often entertain very large parties here. You are an exceptional group, though I hear your mission is also equally as exceptional. The tea provided will be as whatever you wish it to be, though we only have 3 kinds, so I hope you don't mind somebody makes exceptions. And with that, he walks out. I'll be just outside the door. Whenever you're ready, please step out and we will guide you to your own room.
Something we might want to investigate is how his seal broke. If we have space at the end.
That's not a bad one.
Getting very much washy tongue library from Mount Up on Airbender. Yeah. And I'm trying to be like, what's the catch here?
You guys ready?
So different.
Do we want to do the City of Secrets? I think I can do that one.
Okay.
City of Rumors.
Yeah, City of Rumors. I'm going for how one enters, what's the connection to the cult, and probably the origin of the city. Anything else?
origin of the
What's
city, how to
there?
get in,
Map.
and
The cult connection.
What the city holds.
I would say specifically, if anything, try to see about see like if you can see the wizards like popping in or whatever as well, because we know that's where they're going every time they've teleported away from us.
Red's asking you to say that again.
About fucking sorry. Totally just lost my train of thought. What did I even say? Oh yeah, about the wizards popping in and out, because we're pretty sure that that's where they're going when they've been like fleeing from us when they teleport away.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. So that's everything you're thinking about.
Yes. Red.
A lot of echo. So as the door shuts behind you, you see upon the desk a old, kind of rough, leather-bound book with a strap keeping it closed. And from the door, you can't see any visible title upon the works.
How does it feel when I touch it?
Walking up to it, you feel that it is an ancient item, very old. Its simplicity is belying its actual craftsmanship and quality.
I'd like to kind of just inspect the outside and make sure I'm not missing any titles or anything before I open it up.
Give me an inspection check, please.
Investigation.
Thank you. Very lightly upon the spine, you see written Kogar.
With the K or C?
With a C.
Okay, I'd like to open it up.
Upon opening it up, you see it is in a strange language, but it instantly becomes understandable to you. And as you are reading through the book, you learn of the god Kogar, who is the ruler of the City of Rumors. The City of Rumors is a legend not just on this plane, but in almost every major plane. It is known that people who carry great secrets in times of need, a mystical being will appear before them and offer them sanctuary in his city in exchange for their secrets. It is lesser known that there is a ritual which will also summon Kogar, and for those that summon him and have a worthy secret, they will be granted access, and those without will be slain by Kogar himself. The ritual is listed, and the required ingredients, though exotic, are known to exist in Viumbe.
So I know the steps, like I'd be able to repeat the steps of the ritual too, or with spirit.
Yeah.
Any other information about the city?
It's been known that people with great secrets have been allowed to use it as a place to come and go, and sanctuary to very dark criminals. It is somewhat of a lawless city, and Kogar offers sanctuary from the outside world, but not from the inhabitants of the city. And those who have long-time stays in the city have secrets that are often very dark, and they will protect them.
And about the cult's connection?
The library contains no books relating to that.
So, from the book, do I get an idea of like it's mostly just sentient beings in the city, and it's like a dog eat dog world, and there's not necessarily like monsters or anything roaming unless they're summoned?
Yeah. Like it's a society. It's just a pretty ruthless society. But there are homes and things like that, and gangs and all that.
Is there any information about any of the important people currently hiding in the city?
There is not. There's not really any documentation who's ever hidden in the city. It's only known to Kogar.
How about like a map of the city?
Nope.
About the origins of the city? Like he created it for fun, or when it was created, or anything like that?
Kogar claims that he created this plane, his demi-plane little pocket, because he got tired of going world to world and always having to leave his secrets and go to another world for his curiosity. But the secrets he knew before lost their value. So he created his plane where, rather than he would leave, he would bring the secrets with him and give them the value that he deserved, or he thought they deserved. And over the years, the inhabitants built up this plane, creating this marvelous, strange city. Not quite as advanced as Mineria, but pretty close to it.
Okay, last thing. How does Kogar feel about the library? Considering his desire for knowledge. I'm asking the angel, like, I assume you don't want us to tell him specifically about where this place is.
How does who feel about what?
Kogar, like, is he coveting this secret library?
We have never been able to set up a library on his own plane. He wishes to hoard his own secrets. He wishes he could gain entry to us, I suppose, but he's never tried. He's happy to have his own city.
Okay. I mean, my intention isn't to tell him where this is. I was just curious about the dynamic there.
All right. With that, the door, or you walk out of the room, and he leads you back to everybody else.
I related the group what I discovered. Can any of us do this ritual? Complete this ritual?
I don't think any of us can. Can any of us complete this ritual?
It requires a group of 4 sorcerers or wizards. No, excuse me. I'm sorry. What am I saying? No, 1 sorcerer can do it. But you need the ingredients. Sorcerer or wizard, I'm sorry. Just ignore everything I said before that. Just wipe that from your memory.
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
So it sounds like we need a secret that is so juicy that Kogar will let us stay there for a while.
One of the ingredients on the spell list is a piece from that realm.
A piece from the City of Rumors?
Yes.
Can you tell me the other ingredients if they're relevant?
There's diamond unicorn horn. And then other not really relevant ingredients. Well, 500 gold pieces. But you have that.
So we might need to find where we're gonna find this piece of the City of Rumors, huh? Although those orbs might be our...
Well, the unicorn horn is the only one I'm unsure of.
I feel like, as someone who's invested in exploring the nature, I love the challenge of hunting down a unicorn horn. As opposed to trying to find some peace in some randy, dusty city.
Unicorn, parentheses, horn. Air quotation marks around that.
We could go to like a unicorn graveyard. Who cares? As long as it's a horn, right? As long as we don't kill a baby unicorn or like a mommy unicorn that has a baby, I'm okay with this. I just don't want to totally destroy their chance to recycle to the next
Jesus
generation.
Christ, Red. Theo just stares at the psychopath druid in the corner contemplating killing unicorns.
I said I'd do a graveyard. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna kill the mom with the little baby unicorn.
We get Jesus. I thought you guys love nature, God.
I love the challenge nature provides.
Vastly different things. So, any thought towards what you guys wish to think of next and who wants to go? as you've seen that like very specific information or stuff that it was not going to be have written down maybe will not be provided. It seems to be information regarding large-scale events or things that would have hit society and have been written down by someone published somewhere. It is a library.
Y'all think what happened to the god of Kiku would be written down somewhere?
I have the question. So if it has
Yes.
to be like, so if it has to be like a secret, does it count as a secret if it's already in the library?
The library itself is a secret. You guys are learning things that nobody in your world has ever found out before right now. To be very clear, this is not information you would have found anywhere else in the world. Well, unless you join the cult, apparently. Some of it. But
I
even
was
the
gonna
other
say,
information.
my assumption is the cult's secret is the actual origin of this world. So he's not. He's gonna be like, "Oh, I already know that. So we need something different or a different angle."
Why don't we ask what the cult's holy text is? You can figure out a lot by a religion's motive by their holy text.
I just so happen to be a cleric.
I think we might be able to learn more about the cult's connection. Ooh. Just had a
Well,
thought.
look, Instafolin in chat says we should ask all the questions, but the lovely part about that is we only get one question per person, more or less.
Yeah, I know. I'm being silly. I mean,
Can't we
that's
ask
not...
a question that's like, "Where can I find the ingredients for the thing?" And that should give us the ones we're actually worried about instead of there being two questions. You know?
What could we like? What's a way we could like shoehorn unicorns into another question? Like, but like a little bit more skillfully. Like what secrets lie around unicorn habitats?
So are you guys ready?
My brain is not an idea right now.
Yeah. So we also like.
There's been a lot dropped this episode. A lot of information.
I actually thought earlier, probably worth asking. Can we come back like another day? Like, do we have to use all 6 of us one time now, or could we just,
Chill and digest the information we've learned.
Yeah, exactly. Act on it, and then come back and.
You cannot come back once you have left. You are welcome to stay as long as you like, but once you have left the library, access will never be given again. We do not wish to give any one person entering the library too great a power. We seem to have failed with Urza. He used his power to ascend to godhood here.
I kind of feel like
Luckily,
it's
he
worth
has been
investigating
somewhat
where the
benevolent.
ingredients are. But also a weakness for Katai or how to defeat him might be also something we need to know.
Have Jess go in and get more details on that combat and what tools they use to actually take out Daddy.
I'm not saying anything.
Might need to do that again.
We're looking up information about the Fire Nation.
What?
You see me. That's the only validation. I was thinking about like maybe asking to find like a divine weapon that could kill something like that, like the person ruler of the realm, something that can help us along the way. I do like Red's idea about the asking about the ingredients too.
Shouldn't Red have gotten the ingredients? Not physically gotten them, but gotten what they are.
Yeah, you guys know the ritual.
We know what we need, and mainly the only thing we were concerned about is the unicorn.
Finding them. No.
Oh, I mean, also tracking down something from the City of Secrets.
City of Rumors.
City
And
of
didn't we already
Rumors.
ask?
Sorry, it's hard to say it's a City of Rumors because for a City of Rumors, there's a shockingly little amount of rumors about it.
No, it is the City of Rumors because it is a city of rumor. We are in the Library of Secrets, learning all the secrets that are stored in the library.
So it's a very like. It's like they almost like use the. It's almost like they complement each other. Like one is like fact.
That's- I feel like that's kind of the point. I feel like you're kind of the point.
point.
I feel like that was kind of the point of the two. Yeah.
Rip brain.
So
Let's nail down definitively what we want to answer with the next question.
I'm thinking if we asked about how the cult was founded, we might be able to find out how Katahi is communicating or influencing the cult itself. And I imagine there might actually be some writings that the cult has made on its own origins.
That's kind of why I'm thinking like we should ask about the cult's holy texts, because usually those also include like founding mythos.
I think we just get a copy of their Bible, essentially.
I mean,
I feel like, yeah, learning the history and the mythology behind the cult, I think that's kind of what we're saying, right?
Yeah, you find out what the overall goal of them is, and it becomes a lot easier to understand.
well, we figured out their overall goal. It's to bring up the old god. Because
Okay,
remember
well,
how I
that's
asked
fair,
about the
yeah.
cult, and that was what it took me to?
No, that's 100% fair.
that's fair. Yeah.
So if anything, like Red said earlier, about maybe how his seal got broken, that could be something.
That could be a really useful secret too, because I have a feeling he's not exactly shared that with his followers.
So
I was muted. Is that going to be my topic then? The seal?
I like that question. Or weaknesses, right? Like, how Seal got broken, how to destroy him. I feel like that could be one general category.
We might be able to find some of that out based off of learning how the seal works. I imagine the seal doesn't exploit his strength. It probably exploits his weakness. But I don't know though. I have no idea how Titan sealing works in this reality or any other.
All right. You sound like you know clearly and thoughtfully
Wait,
exactly how
As a
to.
thought, if your topic is Kotahe, it opens it up a little bit too.
The history of Kotahe.
I've already got that.
Yeah.
The broad strokes. I want the details to like
If
the
you just know the history of Kotae, how much more broad can you get?
3,000-page textbook
I'm
broad.
not Tolkien.
But you can be.
I think just the seal.
Okay. So, Taunton, do you step out?
Yes.
And the assistant leads you to your own room. Once again, as the door closes and you turn to face the desk, you see upon it a tank. This one, though, looks a lot more modern. And similarly, though, there are handholds in it, and inside of it, there is a book. This book looks much more like a modern book, although it is a pale green in color. The outside does appear to be made of some sort of thick hide, perhaps like shark or some other fish-like creature. What do you wish to do?
I will go ahead and touch the book.
Alright, as you stick your hands in the gloves of the tank and open up the book, it pulls you in. And as you get pulled into the book, you open up to a great battle. A battle between Urza and the previous god of Mineria. And in it you see Urza seal up the god, and in it entombing the god, not quite dead, but in a slumber, once again giving up part of his power to seal this god up. And in doing so, it flashes you across the continent, deep into the water, into a volcano chute of lava, an old lava chute, excuse me. And in through that tunnel, you see cracks beginning to form as it opens you up into a massive mausoleum, and inside the tomb of the Titan, and as it starts to crumble with the sealing of the first god. And with that, it flashes you back up to Vyumbe above the continent, and hundreds of years seem to flash by as the people grow and change, as Mineria begins to turn into what you know it is today. And then war breaks out in Kiku. The twins begin to overthrow their tyrannical dad, who's been holding back their civilization. And once again, you see that they have figured out how to seal up the god without quite killing them so that they can't return. But in doing so, the more of the seal begins to chip away. And with that, you get teleported back into the library.
Tahan looks very upset. Yeah, but he will share that with the rest of the party. I don't want to help maintain the status quo, so I don't really. I would prefer that we find a way to kill Kotahi, rather than reversing the sealing of two different gods and encouraging everybody to maintain the status quo for the sake of avoiding an apocalypse.
I mean,
I don't
it
think the
would,
status quo is healthy or sustainable long term.
is it ever? I mean,
It
it's
isn't.
Do you remember
certainly a,
Amaterasu who told you about killing a god?
Not word for word.
Anybody?
Damn near
probably
impossible.
some type of warning.
It's damn near impossible because you can't. As far as I remember, you can't actually fully kill them. You can just kind of erase their existence from this plane or trap them.
Their bodies, if you kill them, they will simply recoalesce themselves back into existence, and reform somewhere else and gain their power back.
So, sealing him away or booting him to a new plane? But booting him to a new plane would mean he could just come back.
Yeah. The seals also keep the gods muzzled. Not quite muzzled, stunted. They would be significantly more powerful without the seals.
Did we figure out when we were researching the call how they made that connection to him? Like, how did this get started?
Well, there's your answer.
Mm.
He tried to whisper you, or whisper to Hatan, and failed.
Yeah.
Right,
So
miserably.
Katahi's influence,
On the screen.
he's basically stored underneath the ocean, and he's very deeply connected to the merfolk, and he's been able to communicate with them, influence them somehow. His power has been seeping out to the merfolk. So my guess would be that either the mofolk have been trying to awaken him and finally got lucky when Urza broke the first seal, or scratched the seal a bit, or he reached out to the merfolk once he was able to wake up a tiny little bit. That's really shitty, because that means the oceans are kind of fucked.
Which are, like,
unless his
really
power-
Have you guys
important.
ever noticed I've never mentioned an ocean god?
Yeah. I thought about that.
I was
remember early we were trying to figure out how the merfolk were involved. But also on a larger scale, we have to worry about like leviathans and krakens. But as his power grows,
I specifically remember Leo getting eaten by a bunch of sharks, and I believe was one of our very first encounters. That was lovely.
Giant sharks too. Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, you got some tasty scars on his shell after that.
I still think it's worth trying to figure out how we're gonna acquire a piece of the City of Rumors. Because I understand it's in this world, but that feels like the most challenging ingredient. Unless when I was looking it up, it told me one specific.
Wait. We already have that. It's the ritual, or trying to escape, and having a good enough secret.
No, one of the ingredients for the ritual is a piece from the City of Rumors. Unless I'm incorrect in my understanding of that.
Nope. That is by far the hardest ingredient to get.
That's why I was so animate about us finding that, because I think that's the one that's going to be the least obvious to acquire. I mean, the unicorn horn obviously next. But
Okay, well,
how are we gonna
so here's the thing then. If one of us then has a secret and can get into the City of Rumors and take the piece out, then we
But
have.
how are we going to orchestrate a situation where we're in dire need? Like, that's very happenstance. We can just catch the ritual
You
and he'll come.
don't need that with the ritual. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, with the ritual, we don't need to wait around for a situation and where he randomly appears to us.
Yeah,
with the
but then again, how are we going to get a piece of the City of Rumors without going to the City of Rumors?
They said
Or
everything
taking
was in this
one of the
world.
boxes.
So if we ask them or research where it is, we should be able to acquire one.
Which I would assume would be with the cult wizards. Because they're the ones who are always teleporting away from us there.
Right? That's why I'm thinking the orb might be what we need.
Well,
But
hold on.
if we ask the angels, maybe they know of something. Or the library. That's what I'm saying.
Kolgar made the City of Rumors out of his own demiplane, right? But he used to wander all the different realms. Would that mean that the City of Rumors is made up of essentially what are parts of him? If he's traveled this world before, are there any relics of his? A shit he took that corporalized? Hairs? Skin cells?
We're just trying to figure out how to phrase the same question in the best way possible at this point.
I'm trying to. I mean, what are you guys trying to get at? I'm confused.
How to acquire a piece of the City of Rumors.
Anybody who's ever been there would have a coin or some sort of talisman from the city.
Me, gotta go say hi to Urza.
Why Urza?
He's been there,
Who said theirs has been there?
and he's got a
No,
coin.
Urza's never been to the City of Rumors.
Oh, right, he got to the library. Damn.
You're right. I still maintain it's worth asking.
Well, we have some other questions for him, too. Well, not quite questions, but, conversations.
We have 3 more questions, right? That we can ask, or 3 more topics?
Yep.
2 more. 3 people have gone, right?
I
We have
thought we
6
had
people.
6 people.
With Aragorn.
Aragorn is a member of the library. He's not.
No.
Oh, I thought Aragorn was a part of this.
You got 2 more. Also, Jeff, I do agree with what you said. But what else? What's your next subject, guys?
And it's gonna
And who's
be
asking
between
it?
Theo
'Cause
and
you guys
Holman.
can ask follow-up questions. You don't have to just end the, right at where the vision ends, or if there's a vision or just a storytelling.
You did.
You guys also are aware that the books are written in Aquan, the books that you found in the seawater. You sense that the books, the ones that touched the books from the seawater, you sense that they came from great underwater cities from Merfolk.
this point it's between me and Theo and Holman now, correct?
Yes.
Still think. You know what the goal of this called?
I spitballing here. Maybe we could try to search for a way to magically breathe underwater or to access the city underwater.
I feel like it's a
Or both.
ways to go for
Griff,
maybe
can I
accessing the
pull you
city.
into DM talk time?
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Urza has submarines.
All this talk about stealing and submarines.
Okay, we don't need that question.
Sorry, what happened?
I'm sorry, all this talk about submarines is a little too soon.
But irrelevant. It has nothing to do with recent events.
They certainly couldn't breathe underwater, unfortunately.
We're moving on. We are moving on. All right. So, yep. Go ahead.
Alright. So, Theo will go next. I'm trying to
Alright.
phrase. That's what I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna start off with asking. Alright, I'm going to
It leads
ask,
you into the room, and what are you thinking of?
I am thinking of I'm thinking of the rituals involved in resealing them or redoing the seal or repairing it, and maybe also thinking of the rituals the cult is doing potentially.
Okay. What level caster are you?
Theo? Jack shit.
Okay. As you enter into the room, you see a very well kept, solid looking historical volume with very nice leather binding and gold inlay.
Well, I may not know much about magic. I have spent a considerable amount of time doing some spy work. And you do need to have good memory for documents. And Theo's gonna go ahead and look at the book.
Going through the book, it is the history of how Urza came to take over, the god of Nymeria, and going through the epic battle and Urza's rise to power using machinery to enhance those who believed in him. Urza finally weakened the god enough, and in that moment, he used a wish spell.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Or fantasy world equivalent.
and the price that he had to pay for the wish spell was to forever give up some of his power. To never be able to cast it again.
Wow. Talk about one shot, one opportunity. The real issue is I'ma just go full meta for a second. That's a fucking 9th level spell right there, buddy-os.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
there's
bad
ways that you
boy.
can get access to wishes.
Well, that's 100%
Also,
true.
There is.
Your turn is next.
Do you understand? Do you wish to go back?
Not yet. Then I want to look at or think about the rituals the cult wizards are performing and attempting to perform.
You got one topic.
I thought my topic was rituals.
You got your ritual.
Oh.
Darn.
The broader the answer, the less specific the answer.
That's fair. Well, alright then, I want to think about potential ways on this continent that would allow me to gain access to Wish. Who can cast it? What items may have the power to facilitate that?
The book you had been reading doesn't have any specific mentions of it. It does say that all those who have cast it to put a god in slumber are no longer ever capable of casting again. And some who have been believed to have done it before weren't able ever to cast it for other reasons. But it does make mention of the occasional commoner or lesser known wizard coming across items that granted them the power of wish far above their capabilities. Does not know specifically, but they have been known to appear all over the continent at various times throughout history.
We're
They're
gonna
often
go.
sought after and have a trail of dead people behind the ownership as people seek to use them before they're spent.
Well, we're gonna have to go find a genie's lamp and rub one out of it. This is certainly gonna be a challenge. And with that, Theo will go ahead and head back. Theo, not Leo.
The assistant takes Theo, not Leo, back to the room. To the party.
I am going to go ahead and relay the information from the book I read.
Guys, any response? Are you guys muted? If you guys are talking over there, we can't hear you unless you cue us in.
We're gonna talk.
Muted, but I wasn't saying anything.
Wish is gonna be a challenge.
Well, I think we
Yeah.
need a secret. A good, powerful secret that will get us entry multiple times, like the cult has.
Okay, but
Wasn't
so here's the question then. Are you trying to say you want to go learn a deep secret?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I think we have one more guest left. We need a juicy secret.
What if I just ask them for like the darkest secret in the library? Just
Can I,
Okay.
can I interject?
Way too
Are
general.
you sure you guys want to do this? Because we could also potentially use that last one to figure out how to cast Wish.
Yeah, I
Maybe
mean,
where the
yeah, I'm kind of more with Jeff on this because that could give us a much clearer direction of where we're heading, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's a wish related to the City of Rumors.
I vote for Jeff's idea.
Is there any other arguments for this otherwise?
Holman is very unsure, but I don't know. I don't think. I feel like asking that question is only gonna lead us to what happened with Theo's question, where it was like too general, and it'll be
not
like,
if you
oh, we already have
specifically go in
the book.
asking how to cast Wish, or if there are objects on this plane and where they might be.
That's fair.
So you're saying we don't even need to go to City of Rumors? Because if we have Wish, we can reseal it?
No, but we're gonna need to be able to do that further down the line.
I feel like that was your question with the
Like, basically, I'm saying we got all the information that we need right now. Now we have to think long term. Because there's not much else we're gonna learn about the cult or fucking the history, because we just got all that.
So, just to recap, we have information about how to summon. What is his name? Kogar? Yeah, Kogar. We have a list of items we need, and we know that Wish will seal them. Let's go find a genie lamp.
Also, GM, get good at whispers.
I was having some problems with, I successfully whispered it, but I had to change some settings and it's fixed now, so. Yeah.
I also ruined some of the whispers by just clicking in the wrong places and sharing what he said.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
Asshole. I thought that was me.
No, that was completely me. I was trying to see if there's a way that I could, like, I've forgotten how to whisper back, so I was trying to see, like, oh, can I click on it and it'll let me give me an option to reply whisper? No, it just copy and paste what she would whisper to me, but makes it public.
Needed to have to
Rough. Well, at least I know that one wasn't on me. So, Holman, do you know what
I'm
your subject
scared.
will be?
So many poignant questions at Holman. Holman's a little overwhelmed. I don't like being a decision maker. I really don't.
So, I believe,
No.
how mortals of our standing cast Wish, maybe?
It sounds so bad.
We ain't gods. GM, could I ask a question? In this world, what's our, like, how strong are we? Generally, like, how strong do we think we are? We're in a place of things that could, like,
I would
curb
think
stomp
that's-
us, to be fair.
I think that's just kind of fairly obvious by our play and what we face.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, you've seen how You've thought that you were in helpless situations against creatures that thrown at you, but you overcame.
We've also had the opposite happen.
That did happen, and it did happen again today.
I feel like maybe knowledge about an insurance policy. Was the best protection out there? No, I don't know. This is such a difficult, like, I am just like, I don't know, being me and being my little dwarf brain, but I'm thinking about, like, overall, like, success rate. I want, like, I'm only here to support, so, I don't know.
Alright, the diva starts taking you to the room while you're thinking.
Everyone wants to find out about Wish? Then that shall be. As they say in the good book, your wish is my command.
As the door closes, you see behind you a personal memoir. It's very old. It appears to be from a wizard.
It's by an old wizard. Can I inspect it a little more? Is there like an author's name?
The name is not evident. It seems to be a book telling of a search for the Ring of Three Wishes.
Ah, yes. Exactly what you told. I'm just gonna go in head first. I'm gonna touch it.
Okay.
Let's open it.
You open it, and a little bit of dust comes out. As you flip through the pages, it is very worn from somebody have clearly thumbed through it. It is a personal investigations. It tells the story of him following a line of murders as people killed each other in the search for the gold ring. The Ring of Three.
I'm a reference.
Has been known in history to have been used 2 times, one remaining charged with it. People who seek it out often are killed, and those who have been known to find it are killed before they're able to use it. Nowadays, the search has gone cold. It was last believed to have been seen in Ramal.
Ramal or Rimral?
Ramal, the country in Kiku.
Cool.
It's lost to a hidden city that was no longer used as the trade routes changed. It died away and was taken over by the sand.
So I have like a question about the library.
Mm-hmm.
Can we like take the things that we read, or does it just disappear when we're not able to use it anymore?
You cannot take anything. There are scrap papers and stuff for you to take notes, though.
Okay, cool. Can you tell me a little bit more about this ancient city, or what is that? Is it very vague in the notebook about it? Its location. Well, I know it. They said it's in Kiku. But it's ancient.
He was never able to find the location of the city. That was where his search ended.
Are there any like clues or like little like iconographies in there that can give us little better indications of where we can like have a good start?
The city was believed to be carved inside a great canyon hid in this desert that was filled in.
Okay, cool. Is there any like in his notebook knowledge about like the deaths or like the people going after the ring, like specific people, specific groups?
You mean like who was actively searching for it?
Yes, and those who are like actively murdering for the ring. Like any specific names of groups looking for it.
The text appears to be like 200 years old, and none of the names appear to be relevant to modern times.
You guys think I have an answer?
Anything else?
Did you say it's an underground city?
It was buried in the sand.
Do we know what it looks like?
So it was in a wide, shallow canyon, and there was like 4 or 5 story high buildings built into the walls, and the civilization existed in this canyon, but it was covered in time with sand as the civilization lost favor.
One more question. What did the ring look like? I know you said it's like a gold band, but is there any like symbols on it? Look out for. Oh, he just gave us an image. Hang on, we're gonna take a picture of it. It's kind of cool looking. I think that's all of my questions or wanting to look at the book.
Okay. You guys are welcome to stay and have conversation for as long as you wish, but as soon as you leave the library, you will no longer be able to gain entry, as we not wish to affect these affairs far more than we already have. Though, we believe if this one is allowed to come back, the world will no longer be able to have a library on it.
Very wise, very wise. I'm gonna like shimmy my way out of there because I'm uncomfortable.
So you return to the party.
Yes, I will
What do you
relay
guys
all
wish
the-
to do?
I will relay my information to the party because I assume you are all listening.
I was gonna mention you remembering a temple in the jungle that looked like it led underground in Ramal.
Yes,
That was
you must take
Jangal.
note. Oh,
Oh, that was Jingo?
Yeah.
Never mind, never mind. Irrelevant
I
then.
think we figured out what that temple was for as well.
Well, because remember we were
No,
chased off and we
Rennick
didn't
did,
wish
but you
to
never
mess with
shared why. Remember Nisa visited him in a dream?
I do, yes.
Alright, so what's the
So, what are our next steps, guys? I mean, are we going after the ring, or are we trying to acquire all this stuff for the city?
If we think the ring is hidden underneath the sand, as far as we know, at this point, that can wait. Because again, like we were saying, we don't need it right away. We gotta get all the other stuff. We gotta figure out how we can stop the cult and weaken them before we can actually use the wish, even. And just if we go get it, then we're gonna be being hunted down even more.
We're skipping a couple steps in the middle if we go to get it right away.
Yeah.
So I would think
Ingredients.
probably start on the ingredients.
Okay, how are we gonna find a piece of the City of Rumors?
We just gotta find the cult for that. Again, the cult wizards.
Did I ever get my magic item?
Well, I have to believe they have someone strong controlling the person in Kiku, or the goddess, right? So perhaps it's worth reinvestigating that route.
I mean, we're wanted.
Or, but that one place we went to, well, we didn't because we're all, the group that was dead, except for you, Jeff. Sorry. Didn't you guys go to like a country where it was really apparent that they were doing a lot of open trading? So they probably have a lot of influence. So perhaps they have powerful people there.
What?
There was a port, and they were selling slaves, and this really poor fisherman told you guys some stuff.
Okay, and what about that?
We have to find someone of power, right? So we can go to where we think they're kind of situated, which I thought was Jing.
Well, we
Gall?
have a sorcerer for the ritual.
We ran them out of Jangal. That's where the port was. We ran them out of there and took the port over.
Right, but before Jengal, didn't we stop at a place north of that? That was like,
Desert.
That was Ramal.
Ramal. So I'm saying maybe Ramal's where we go. If we think they have a
Level
lot
up,
of
Jeff,
influence.
please.
I'll just leave it. I'll handle it later when I get back.
Okay.
Or actually, no, just Dragon Fighter level onto him. Shit, no, because I gotta get a feat and shit. So yeah, I'll do it.
Either way, I think Ramal or Kiku are going to be our next steps for finding a cult.
Well, Ramal is where the witch ring is, so I don't know if we want to go straight there, because they weren't that present there. That's not where they were selling slaves.
Ramal is where they were selling slaves.
Oh, I thought they were selling the slaves at Jingle.
No,
Or out of
Jangal. No, Jangal is where they believe they're taking slaves from. But they're being sold in Ramal.
Okay, I had it reversed.
Sorry, that's why I was thinking Ramal might be a good place to be. Either that or Kiku, because they're clearly trying to spread their influence really heavily there.
I mean, like, really, the thing with the Ramal slaves is we didn't really know too much, and we only heard rumors. And we don't know if it's even the cult doing it there, like, because they had the other mercenaries working for them. So they could be using the mercenaries to hire, or hiring the mercenaries to kidnap people.
So Kiku?
Again, we're wanted criminals there. Like, even if we go over to
You are a
This is
wanted
gonna sound really
criminal
bad,
there.
but only you are known in that city.
oh yes, actually that's right. You guys aren't. Never mind. That was before.
Theo, why are you still AFK?
As I just sat down at a good time to apply.
Anyway. So, what's the game plan? You've seen the map, you're in the library still.
Do we want to get a long rest and head out to our destination?
Yes, but the question is, where is our destination?
I think maybe we go to Mineria and we talk to Urza and ask him how to get some of these ingredients.
I agree. There is also. We're probably going to get a lot more. Actually, no. Never mind. Train of thought completed itself.
Yeah, Urza might be more informative now that he knows how much we know.
Well, we don't want to let him know everything we know, but
A lot of the restrictions on Urza's ability to talk to us in the past were his keeping his agreement with the library not to discuss what he learned. It'll be a little bit weird, but we know enough about what he likely learned that we can talk around that, I think, though.
well, here's the thing: when he went to the Library of Secrets, he learned how to become a god. So he didn't learn anything about the ritual, so he can share any of that with us. We just have to ask him where the ingredients might be.
It's not a
Probably
bad
also will
move.
help.
Because he's a god and he should know.
Yeah,
So we can streamline ourselves a little bit more.
yeah, he'll definitely know more than the local librarian about where unicorn horns and diamond powder can be found.
Well, diamond powder we can find in Mineria.
Yeah.
It's a rich city, we can just go buy diamonds.
Yeah, I think the only two of any real challenge is going to be the piece to the city and the unicorn horn. And Urza might be able to point us in the right direction for at least the unicorn. Plus whatever he's recently discovered, because he was researching when we left him off.
Oh, shoot, I had something that I actually thought was important, and I forgot it.
Okay. So long rest is a guaranteed. But you guys are well fed. Everyone, give yourself 10 days worth of rations.
I'll give you 10 days, Jeff.
I'll go ahead and add 10 days to everyone.
It's just another 10 rations, right?
Yeah. Side. Oh shit! I wasn't holding the button. So you guys very clearly have not decided. But where do you guys want to go?
I thought we decided we're going to Mineria, to Urza.
I thought so too.
How do you want to get to Mineria?
Can we try and call him with our tokens? Or
Actually,
we ask-
if we haven't left the library, can we just ask them to drop us off?
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Hey guys, can we get a ride?
If it's on your way, can you just, slow down? We'll hop out.
Drop us in the water, nice and easy like.
I'm sorry, but you must make your way from here. Aragon will assist you from time to time, but he will stay back in the shadows mostly.
Well, we have two options. Well, three options, really. We can hike back down the mountain and plan from there. Because essentially our two routes are going to be, well, we have three routes, I guess. Get to a coast and take a ship, go back through Kiku, or go around.
I feel like going through Kiku, if we get our head down, it'll give us an idea of how much information the cult are able to gather on us now that we don't have the orb. Because before, weren't they basically like pinging you on the regular? and we assume that was because of the orb, and we don't have the orb anymore. So in theory, we should be able to move more or less freely through the city as long as we're not making waves. I meant the country.
Didn't we drop the orb off before we went to Kiku?
Yeah, but you guys were really flamboyant about your intentions in that country, like investigating and asking people.
What if we go through Jungle instead of Kiku?
Not a bad idea.
The other option, if we think we want to do it, if we think we can trust him that much, do we just try and call Urza with our coins?
I think we can trust Urza, to the degree that Urza also knows that he's potentially facing something really bad.
Yeah.
We are, at the moment, a useful tool to him. I mean, that's the case with most of the gods, though. Especially, oh shit. How much are we gonna tell Urza? Or any of the gods? I mean, are we gonna spread the alarm that Daddy's awake now? Because that gives us another option for moving forward. Is we don't just do this by us alone. We ring the alarm bell and we get the gods to start pulling their own fucking weight on staying alive.
How are they gonna
Or at
like
least-
their dirty laundry being aired, though?
And we have a bigger issue. We already know of one goddess who's been corrupted, or we suspect, right? If we tell them and we tell a corrupted goddess, god person, we sort of played our hand.
You go to Amaterasu. I mean, we don't have to tell, we don't go around screaming, the Titan is back, Katai is back. We could simply go around to Amaterasu, who we have spoken to, who we have, well, Jeff has face-to-face history with, and we can inform him of what we learned. He also knew that we were searching for the library. So did King Craig in Verdilbia. I don't know how
The
much
issue
we
with
should
Amaterasu and Urza is neither one of them are original gods. So they might not be as knowledgeable as we're hoping.
True, but I feel like it's easier for a god to talk to another god than it is for us. And we know, or we have a somewhat open door with Amaterasu, and Urza and King Craig. And I imagine Amaterasu has an idea of what other gods he feels he can trust.
Yeah, I do think Amaterasu is not a bad.
And yeah, he's not going to know as much as one of the original gods, but he'll know more than us, or he'll know something. One of the gods who may know a lot, one of the older ones, I believe one of the gods of Ramal, is a very, very old god. Don't know how we would go about, well, besides just visiting Ramal, to see if he is corrupted. But maybe Amaterasu can tell us more.
So, how you getting there?
Now I'm thinking of going through Kiku just so we can knock on Amaterasu's door and tell him what's up.
It's too bad, Jeff, you're not inconspicuous.
Well, could we get two birds with one stone? Small group heads to Kiku to alert Amaterasu, and Jeff can contact Urza through the coin.
I'm leery of splitting up the party.
I am too, but Jeff is not inconspicuous.
And
Very much
realistically,
so.
should be pretty safe in my area if I can make it there myself.
We could even have one or two of us go with him. But we should probably keep a fairly sizable group together traveling through Kiku because it is potentially dangerous. And so right now I think most of us are unknown to the cult. I would not be surprised if they learn very quickly who the new party is.
So, heading out of the library and splitting up at some point?
I'm not a huge fan of splitting up, to be honest, but
It's a
might be
valid.
necessary.
Let's put it to a vote. Jeff coins Urza, and the rest of the party knocks on Amaterasu's door, or we all go together, either to Myniri or Kiku.
Also, though, Jeff, you're the one Amaterasu knows. So if we all show up, it's a little weird without you. Unless you have something you can show him that would, like, act as a badge, I don't know.
I will give one of them my trinket that I got from Amaterasu.
Wow, this map is not to scale. Oh shoot. For now, Jeff just represents the party. It's not to scale or anything like that. But as you guys step outside of the library, a great earthquake shakes the entire world. Looking around, you see massive, dark, rolling thunder clouds spewing lightning over the shores. The water becomes dark, you see the river beneath you get stronger. The mountains seem to have split, and you see glow coming from several points deep within the mountain lines of Viumbe. The earthquake lasts for over a minute. As it steadies, the bridge is still standing. You see some questionable cracks forming.
I think another god might have just died.
What do you guys
Say
wish
that
to
again?
do?
I said I think
Get
another
off the bridge.
god might have just died.
Then we gotta hunt down a god to figure out what happened.
He's in the direction of Viumbe.
Viumbe is the whole continent.
Oh, right. I was thinking Vervillion. Well, you wanna rub your coin, Jeff?
Yep. I guess so.
I can also pray to my goddess and see if I can make a connection to her.
Suppose it is worth checking in.
Jeff, you're rubbing the talisman he gave you, right?
Yeah.
You get a very faint, but feel the coin warm in your hand, and then go cold again.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure God just died, but I don't think it was Urza. But he does seem like he's not at his full strength.
Red, you get a very quick response similarly.
Or maybe they're having counsel about what just happened.
Theo, who's your god? Amaterasu?
Yes.
How do you...
Okay. Why did you guys need Jeff to be there for Amaterasu then, if your god is Amaterasu?
You
I
know
didn't
what?
know
That's
that.
100% fair. But I stayed
Good job.
silent. I don't like splitting the party.
That's okay. Jeff, give me a wisdom saving throw with a -2 modifier, please. Jeff,
I
That's
can't do it.
you. I know it's not you. Tahaten,
Yep. What was the
can
roll?
you... a wisdom saving throw with a -2 modifier, please.
Roger. Ooh.
Okay. So, the earthquake happens. What do you guys wish to do?
Shake, rattle, and roll.
I'm off the bridge. The one with questionable cracks in it.
Yeah, we gotta cross
Uh,
the bridge. But I can fly. I can turn into a giant something or the other and fly us across. We don't have to worry about crossing.
You guys are successful in crossing the bridge.
So where are we headed?
To Kiku?
To Kiku.
To Kiku.
On the road again.
Alright, you guys travel for half a day, and you don't have any problems. As you slowly exit out of the canyon, everybody roll for initiative. Wait, hold on, let me place you on the map.
Don't forget Jeff rolls initiative at advantage.
Fire elemental is a personal favorite.
Yeah, because he so desperately needs advantage.
Just saying.
Tahaten has a +0.
Who am I missing? Holman. Okay, sorry, Holman.
Are they making dinner? Where'd you get that?
Alright guys, how were you traveling? How were you looking around?
I can't see a map, so.
I almost reshared it like that was gonna help the problem.
Tahaten is trying to look as much like a normal traveler as possible. Side by side, walking with everybody, trying to talk casually. And he's...
Can Jeff put on like one of the wolf cloaks? So he's a little less obvious.
Yeah, 7-foot tall wolf man. That's not conspicuous.
Yes, you can wear the wolf coat.
Is better than a fucking
Actually,
robot
that's
that's
totally appropriate.
It is better than a robot, yes.
It's also worth looking into a wagon because we can stuff you in the back of it and I can pull it as a horse.
That's not a bad idea.
Thank you. It's better than dealing with other people on the road, to be honest.
And it's nice to be able to have a wagon so we don't have to walk the whole time.
How are you keeping guard? If at all?
Jeff?
Who's watching? So no surprises?
Holman's gonna.
Jeff, you detect a dangerous presence in the tree line in front of you, but you're not sure what it is yet. It's your turn.
I'll warn the party that there's something there, and then how far away am I from the tree line? Are we?
$85 feet.
Can I use my little binocs to see if I can get a better look?
Give me a perception check at advantage. Jeff Totten, otherwise known as, can you please roll for a perception check at advantage for Jeff?
Yes, I absolutely can. I apologize. Shit, that's not how you roll perception.
4 for Jeff. You see a cultist ambush waiting for you.
I'll let Jeff respond.
Jeff can't see.
Oh, no. I think he was more meaning. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna.
You see 10 men hiding in the tree line.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna relay this to the party. And say maybe we should have a game plan. Especially since we're looking for the pieces of the city. If they have a wizard with them that we can catch. If they have a wizard,
actually.
we need to focus on the wizard.
Well, I can rush a wizard fairly well. Holman can bond us all.
Jeff can kind of rush him pretty well too. Like, if it will put me into the fray, but if I can at least get in front of the mage and like kind of keep him in his spot, then maybe we have a chance.
You don't have long before they get suspicious why you haven't left the canyon.
Let's walk very slowly as we're like discussing this. Like
Hey,
very
Jeff.
slowly.
Or if you could get them to surround you, and then you misty step out of the their center, and then I can follow up with the fireball.
That was kind of my plan.
That's
But,
awesome. I'm
again-
glad we were thinking on that.
Yeah, but basically it's gonna be like maybe get a little surrounded, misty step out. If I see the mage, I'm going right for that mage.
Yeah, definitely misty step to the mage.
I'm pretty sure we can deal with fucking some shit up in the meantime.
Ooh. This
Okay.
morning, when I woke up,
Please
I
move
felt
you
like-
guys move your tokens forward.
Dispel magic.
Sorry, Totten.
Neither
what elements have they the cult been known to use in their spells?
Like
Fire.
mostly been with fire, I think.
Yeah, I woke up and I felt like I want to be immune to fire, or resistant to fire. Because I'm a 10th level
Mhm.
fiend warlock.
That's good, Totten.
Fiendish resilience, there we go.
gotta be an ice mage.
Oh, that's good because you failed. A flame-like radiance descends upon you and you're unable to dodge it. You take 7.
And look at what you have.
Now,
Guys, do you wish to continue moving forward?
Yes.
After seeing Tahan get damaged?
Colin just got damaged, just so we're on the same page.
Okay, can I just like?
Holman has
Yeah,
us all bonded, by the way.
Tahan, you were resistant to the fire, right?
that it says it's radiant though, sacred flame.
Huh.
Yeah.
Anyway. What do you guys do? Jeff, it's your turn.
They're
Jeff's
You
gonna,
just-
I don't think we
Jeff's
need
gonna
that.
move forward and keep going with the plan.
Alright, Taunton moving forward. We're going in turn order now. Thank you.
Yeah, but where we're at, I would say go Earth.
all right.
Earth or fire.
Fire and fire.
Alright.
Yeah, but fire.
Prepare an action or anything like that?
That's not bad. That's the obvious.
I would think prepare to Misty Step.
Oh, interesting, okay.
What is this spell?
There's enough. They're like another
Cancels the
100
spell.
yards in front. Like there's a big, probably 150 foot stretch of open, 55.
55
foot
feet
stretch.
away. They're 55 feet away.
Yeah.
How much movement have you used?
All of it, all yours.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess prep an action to fire a crossbow at the.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Yep, I just got booted too.
We just got booted.
I'm
We
not
got
sure what
booted
happened.
as well.
One sec. That was not the internet. That was, I'm
think
not
that's
sure what
Facebook.
happened. Yeah, it just crashed.
Damage immunity, fire, poison. Resistant to the rest.
What is air stats though? Nothing good with air can.
Well, I mean, since it crashed and we're already almost done, anyways, should we call it, or do you want to keep going?
Air elemental. That guy couldn't get away from me.
Yeah, we can call it if everybody wants to get going. I hope everybody had fun. I hope you guys, you guys kind of understand Viewing more.
Red has some real fun stuff ready. The world building has been great so far. Like library on point. Earthquake is an amazing touch. Really so far. Me as well.